love yourself very, very much. Most guys think being a great lover is about experience, but the numbers think women actually crave has nothing to do with that. In the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly what separates them and women never forget from the ones that they move on from fast. And trust me, once you hear this, you'll never approach a relationship the same way again. Stay with me. One, it's not about experience, it's about attention. Here's the truth that most guys never figure out. Being a great lover has almost nothing to do with how much experience you have. Seriously, you could have been with dozens of people and still be a terrible lover, or you could be brand new to relationships and absolutely blow her mind. The difference isn't experience, it's attention. The best lovers in the world are the ones who actually pay attention to their partner. They notice the little things. They notice when she sighs differently, when her body language shifts, where her eyes light up during a conversation. Their presence is something you can choose right now. Today, no experience required. Most people go to relationships on autopilot. They're physically there, but mentally somewhere else, thinking about work, their phone, their own needs. But when you make a conscious decision to truly show up and pay attention to the person in front of you, everything changes. She starts to feel seen, valued, and deeply connected to you. That feeling of being truly seen by someone is one of the most powerful emotional experiences a human being can have, and you have the ability to give her that gift starting today. So before anything else, commit to this one thing: pay attention. Watch her, listen to her, be curious about her. That signal shift will make you more attractive and more memorable than any technique or trick ever could. 2. Emotional safety is the foundation of everything. If you wanna be the best lover she's ever had, you have to understand one thing that most men completely overlook. Women open up fully only when they feel emotionally safe. This isn't just about being kind or not yelling. Emotional safety is deeper than that. It means that she knows that she won't be judged for her feelings. It means that she can be weird, vulnerable, honest, and even a little messy around you without fear of rejection or criticism. When a woman feels emotionally safe with a man, she becomes a completely different person, more open, more affectionate, more connected, more passionate. But when she doesn't feel safe, she holds back. She keeps walls up, and no matter what you do on the surface, the connection stays shallow. So, how do you create emotional safety? First, stop reacting with frustration when she shares something emotional, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Validate her feelings before you try to fix anything. Say things like that make sense or I hear you before jumping into solution mode. Second, keep your word. Every time you say you'll do something and you actually do it, her trust in you grows. Every time you break a small promise, a little piece of that safety cracks. Third, don't use her vulnerabilities against her during arguments. If she once told you you she is insecure about something, bring that up. And a fight is one of the most damaging things you can do. Guard what she shares with you. Protected when she knows her heart is safe in your hands, she will give you everything she has. If this is already making sense to you, hit that like button right now and subscribe, because what's coming next is the part most people never talk about and you don't wanna miss it. 3. Communication is the sexiest skill you can develop. Most people think great lovers are born with some kind of natural charm or talent, but the reality is that the sexiest, most attractive skill you can develop in any relationship is communication. Real, honest, open communication. And no, that doesn't mean you need to be a smooth talker or have perfect words ready at all times. It means that being willing to actually talk about what's working, what's not, what you both want, and how you both feel, without turning it into a fight or a performance. So many relationships slowly fall apart not because of big dramatic problems, but because of things that were never said, small frustrations that piled up, needs that were never voiced, desires that were buried because someone was too afraid to bring them up. When you become the kind of partner who can talk openly and listen without defensiveness, you become incredibly rare. Most people have never had a partner like that. When you ask her how she's really feeling, and you actually listen not to respond but to understand, she feels a level of connection that goes way beyond the surface. And the more she feels heard, the more she opens up to you in every way. Practice asking questions like, what do you need from me right now? Or is there something I've been missing lately? These aren't weak questions, they're the questions that strong, emotionally intelligent men ask, and when they will completely transform the quality of your relationship. 4. Learn her love language and speak it fluently. One of the most practical and life-changing things you can do in any relationship is figure out your partner's love language and then actually use it. The concept is simple, but the impact is massive. People give and receive love in different ways. Some people feel most loved through words of affirmation, hearing "I'm proud of you" or "you look amazing today" genuinely fills their emotional tank. Others feel love through acts of service. When you take something off their plate without being asked, they feel deeply cared for. Some people need quality time, not just being in the same room, but a real focused, full free time together. Others respond most to physical touch, a hand on the back, a long hug, holding hands while you're watching TV. And some people feel love through gifts, not expensive things, but thoughtful gestures that say, "I was thinking of you." Here's where most people mess up. They show love in their own love language instead of their partner's. You might think giving her gifts is incredibly romantic, but if her love language is quality time, those gifts won't head the way you want them to. So have the conversation. Ask her directly. Pay attention to how she shows love to others. People usually give love the way they want to receive it. Once you know her language, start speaking it every single day, not just on special occasions. Daily, consistently. There's one habit alone can turn an average relationship into something extraordinary. What's the one thing you wish your partner understood better about you? Drop it in the comments. You might be surprised at how many people feel exactly the same way. 5. Presence over performance. Every single time here's something that took a lot of people years to figure out. Trying too hard to impress your partner actually pushes them away. When you're constantly performing, trying to seem confident, funny, successful, or desirable, you're not actually connecting with her. You're connecting with the idea of how you want her to see you, and she can feel that. People are incredibly good at sensing when someone is being authentic versus when they're putting on a show. Real connection happens when you drop the performance and just be present. That means being okay with silence, being okay with not having the perfect thing to say, being okay with showing a little vulnerability sometimes when you let her see the real you, including the parts that aren't polished or perfect. Something incredible happens as she relaxes, as she starts showing you the real her too, and suddenly you're not two people trying to impress each other. You're two real people actually connecting. Presence also means putting the phone down. It means looking her in the eyes when she talks. It means remembering the small things she mentioned 2 weeks ago and bring them up. It means planning something she mentioned she wanted to do instead of waiting for her to bring it up again. These small acts help persons communicate one powerful message: you matter to me, and I'm actually here with you. That message, repeated consistently, builds a kind of intimacy that most people spend their whole lives searching for. 6. Understand what she actually needs in tough moments. One of the biggest relationship mistakes men make, and it's incredibly common, is trying to fix things when their partner just needs to be heard. When she comes to you stressed, upset, or emotional, your instinct might be to jump straight into problem solving mode. You wanna help, that's actually a good thing. But here's the problem: most of the time, she doesn't want a solution right away. She wants to feel understood first. She wants to say everything that's on her mind and have to respond with empathy before you offer any advice. This is one of the most important things that you can learn about how emotional support actually works. The next time she is going through something hard, try this. Before you say anything, just listen. Let her finish, then say something like, "That sounds really hard. I get why you're feeling that way." Don't offer a solution yet. Don't minimize what she's feeling. Don't compare it to something you've been through. Just acknowledge her experience, and you'll be amazed at how quickly the tension drops and how much closer she feels to you in that moment. after she feels truly heard, then you can ask, do you want me to help figure this out, or do you just need me to listen right now? That one question is a game changer. It shows emotional intelligence, respect, and genuine care, and over time, being that safe emotional space for her will make you irreplaceable in her life. By subscribing, you become part of our family. 7. Keep the spark alive on purpose. Long-term relationships don't stay exciting by accident. They stay exciting because both people make a conscious effort to keep things fresh and initial. The biggest relationship killer isn't fighting or disagreement, is routine. When life gets busy and you fall into the same patterns every day, the relationship slowly starts to feel like a comfortable habit instead of an exciting partnership. And comfort is great, but without a spark, even the most solid relationships start to feel flat. So, how do you keep the spark alive? First, surprise her, not with grand gestures every week. Just small, thoughtful things that break the routine. Leave a note somewhere unexpected. Plan a date that's totally different from what you usually do. Cook her favorite meal on a random Tuesday for no reason. Second, keep growing as a person. One of the most attractive things you can do in a relationship is continue to evolve. Pick up new interests, work on yourself, pursue goals. When you're growing, you bring new energy into the relationship and she stays curious about you. Third, flirt with her. Even after years together, flirting matters. A playful text in the middle of the day, a compliment that's specific and genuine, a look that says, I still choose you. These things remind her that you're not just her partner by default, you're her partner by choice. Intentional relationships don't just survive, they thrive. 8. The best lover is always growing. Here's the final thing you need to understand. Becoming a great lover isn't a destination you reach and then stop working on. It's a continuous process of learning, growing, and showing up better for the person you care about. The best partners in the world are the ones who never stop being curious about their relationship. They read, they reflect, they ask questions, they take feedback without getting defensive, and they genuinely want to keep improving and not to be perfect, but because they understand that a great relationship is one of the most valuable things in life and it deserves a real effort. One of the most powerful things that you can do right now is simply ask your partner, is there something I could do better? Most people are terrified of that question because they're afraid of the answer. But that question asked with genuine openness is one of the most loving things that you can say to someone. It tells them that their experience in this relationship matters to you, that you're not complacent, that you're still invested. Growth also means working on yourself instead of the relationship, managing stress, developing emotional regulation, building confidence from the inside out, because the truth is, the better you become as a person, the better partner you automatically become. So commit to the process. Stay curious, stay humble, keep showing up because the greatest lovers aren't the ones with the most experience. They're the ones who never stop caring enough to grow. Thank you for investing interesting time in your relationship. I'm proud of you. See you in the next video. May your moments be special and magical.